Oh, that was Ride of the Valkyries. I knew it was one of them. I couldn't remember. It's either Ride of the Valkyries or Hall of the Mountain King. Yeah, Hall of the Mountain King. No! You bastards! Oh, okay. We were building 7 units. Neon very nearly got sunk there. Oh no, they're fighting again. The Italian cruisers are doing some serious damage. Not cruisers, submarines. Go away, Italian subs. You're not welcome here. Run away! Run away! Taking some damage. Oh, here come the Brits. Hello, Britain. Thank you, Britain. Did the bait work? Did it work, guys? No, they sank one more. Got us up, though. I'd say that's a pretty good exchange. Yeah, convoy for a sub is an actually really good exchange. Oh, they've cut off the French already. Groningen stands for now. Belgium stands. Belgium's pushing out. Here come the Soviets. We have manpower. Am I still building my cruiser? Yes, February it's done. And I would like for you to join the cruiser fleet, please. They're attacking, but we're holding them off very easily so far. Oh yeah. That's a good point. I probably should flood them out, shouldn't I? Yeah. Where is it? Inundate. Here it is. Active for 14 days. Entrenchment speed, division defense, infrastructure, and factories take some damage, but it's only damage. We can actually repair that. Need 14 days. We have to hold them for 14 days. Should have done this ages ago. Yeah, you can do it so long as you hold Holland. It used to be you had to hold Leeuwarden, but not anymore. They changed that. It's like nobody ever got it. Oh, we've almost arrived. Never fear, reinforcements are here. Magnificent. And the German, massive initial attack has failed, although Italy is fighting. I mean, I have to give credit to the Belgians. They're the ones who held. I've hardly been attacked yet. Alright, then you guys can start drilling again. I'm going to cancel... No, I'm not. I'm going to wait until you arrive. And then I'll cancel your orders and have you just in The Hague and Rotterdam. Because those two are currently not able to be attacked. That's a lot of Spanish. Those are some medium tanks, uh-oh. Yugoslavia wants to send me some divisions. Go on then, Yugoslavia. I accept. How is the USA doing? It's about 50-50. Although the Loyalists have the entire East Coast and all of the Midwest. 10 mil fax against 10. The Loyalists have caught up. And because of this massive number of civilian factories, they will overtake. In terms of this, I would say America is losing. Do I think I can hold? Unfortunately, yes, and I really wish I couldn't. Because I wanted to fight against the Japanese. This isn't supposed to be my area of focus right now. Right, let's have you in those two provinces. While you train up. Let's go speed 4. How's the air battle going? Not great. But we have a lot of heavy fighters, and in fact, we have so many that I think what I'm going to do is set up another squadron over here. who is going to train in northern England. So what's happened to the German fleet? Mostly sunk. So what I think I'm going to do actually is I'm going to go and help against the Italians. So you guys are going to convoy raid there and there. And I want you based out of Dema. Then you, who shouldn't be asking for light cruisers anymore, are going to be on strike force. And those. And you are going to be on patrol here. Patrol those two. You're not going to be very good at it, but hell, we can try. Okay. And then the other thing I would like is, well, depending on how many planes I have, 40. Not really enough, but I'll try. No, we're going to have those as reserve planes. Yugoslavia have arrived. Well, Germany seems entirely unwilling to actually come after us, which is giving my Indonesian troops time to actually skill up a bit. And I think that the Dutch fleets have arrived now. Yeah, we're fighting. A couple of British ships were sunk. A couple of German convoys were sunk. We're having successes already. Dutch cruisers like first in the field, fighting against the Italian submarines. And we should be pretty good at sub-hunting those cruisers, because they've got... Oh no, they don't have radar, they have fire control. I need to research radar. I was wrong, this looks like a horrid World War I stalemate. Yeah, it kind of unfortunately does. I feel like I've reinforced the Netherlands a little bit too much. Why can't I still do the war on pacifism? Surely that should be bypassed. I sank a sub. Cool. And sank 4 more convoys. Is my strike force actually out and fighting? No, because they're idiots. The reason I was trying to get you to base yourselves in Alexandria is that you would not continuously try to go back home up here. Because that's silly. So, base yourselves in Alexandria, and then we'll set you to strike force here. That's a lot of friendly submarines. Bloody hell, France. And Britain. In fact, both of them are 20 subs here. Those 3 convoys must be absolutely bricking it. Okay, so Belgium is slowly but surely being pushed back. We have lost Maastricht now. Germany's trying to cross over and failing miserably. Oh, and we have another Bussy class ship built. Excellent. Build me another. That is Alexandria. Oh, right. I meant Alexandria. I didn't realise that... What is this? Oh, Tobruk. Of course. Because I know Alexandria has a really big naval base, so I was trying to base out of that. Huzzah! Black Jesus, thank you for the follow. And Monster, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime sub. Welcome to the Mordlings. Hungary joined Axis. Okay. A treaty has been signed at Vienna following the German arbitration that will see northern Transylvania restored to Hungarian rule. The territory had previously been awarded to the Kingdom of Romania upon the conclusion of World War I, leading to a bitter dispute. We shall see how long this lasts. 3 more convoys sunk. 2 more subs sunk. See, we're contributing. I think Italy might actually be the one to win this war, not Germany. If Italy is able to push across here, and they're already like past the worst of the Alps. They do still have to cross the river though. That is not easy to do. We're the ones losing subs now. Borneo and the Grote Oost. Done. Well, I guess we'll work on the western possessions, build up our oil output. We could also expand the Amsterdam Petroleum Harbour. Colonial shipbuilding requires both, so yeah, working on this now makes sense. Oh, it requires one of the following. Reinforce Java or the Antilles defense. Oh, production cost reduction for ships. And we actually get another one, which is a production cost reduction for shipbuilding just generally. Oh, why couldn't I be the Dutch in the 3-Day War? Put me in, Chief, against the Brits. I'll take them on. West Indies are often overlooked in favour of the eastern counterparts, but they are rich in resources of their own. Assuming the infrastructure is adequate is the first step towards potentially increasing the industry and resource extraction in the area. Do it. Yeah, see, the Italians are usually really good at defending the Adriatic and the Tyrrhenian, which is why I'm not going there. Central Mediterranean being a bit of a tough nut to crack is interesting, though. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set you two in your own fleet. And then we're going to set you to... Actually, are those both buses? No, they're not. Good. Cancel your patrol. I want you patrolling here and here. Because usually it's one task force per region. So now we should be able to control both of those. And then the strike fleet is based here, although they're not actually set to strike yet. Might actually base them out of Benghazi for faster reaction. Bit more dangerous if they start repairing there, but it's fine. Okay, so you are going to be strike force here and here. In case there's a battle like this, and then you would come steaming out and beat some people up. More concessions have been forced in the Kingdom of Romania, with Legionnaire Bulgaria reclaiming southern Dobruja. The territory was annexed by Romania in 1913 after the Second Balkan War and is still mostly populated by ethnic Bulgarians and Turks. And we have another research slot available quite a while ago. This was those. It is now 1940. So I'm going to get another decryption because I really want the decryption early because I love the bonuses it gives. Netherlands still not too bad. You're saying reinforce the Krebs line. I don't think I can. No, not anymore. That's in Friesland. Well, so far so good. I think the real threat's going to come when Japan declares war, but if Germany can't even take France, that's a major ally on our side, and the longer France stays free, the stronger it gets, and France has a massive industrial potential. Like, on par with that of Germany. Am I just going to hold? Am I going to fail to return? Well, I was intending to fail to hold, but we're holding. I was expecting them to actually be able to push us out. I've upgraded these forts too much. Like, I managed to not upgrade them to level 10, but even level 7 seems to be too much. I mean, this one I'm not surprised by. This is a crossing they should not be able to do, but coming through here, especially into Utrecht, that's doable. Get these two to attack Utrecht. And they have tanks. I have no AT. I have no armor. I have a feeling Italy's navy is going to get completely and utterly annihilated here. Yeah, Germany's not doing too hot. We're going to cut those two off. German interest in Scandinavia. Germany has declared war on Denmark, so they're going north. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a couple of these submarines, stick you in a new fleet, and one of those. And then you can now convoy raid here as well. I need more subs. Germany's declared war on Norway. Finland rejects Soviet demands. Soviet diplomats have presented an ultimatum to the government of Finland demanding border adjustments in the region of Karelia. So we're about to get a winter war. Soviets declared war on Finland. So Germany should be able to push through Denmark and Norway relatively easily. I could shift my strike force back here to intercept them, but I kind of want them to succeed in Norway. Hopefully that gives them a chance. One other thing is I want you in a separate army. In fact, I want you in a separate theatre. Your job is going to be to hold that. This will not end well for the Finns, I don't know. We're on historical focuses, you never know, Finland might survive. Let's go radio. I think that the main push is coming through here. That's a lot of Germans in the Alps. They're across the river. That's very bad for France. As long as the Italians hold this and keep... Like, Montpellier's open! Attack it! Ooh. Ooh! And this is why the Dutch starting fleet sucks. So, 3 heavy cruisers, 7 destroyers and 2 light cruisers were defeated. These were both early light cruisers, though. These were not the Bussy class. Unfortunately, the Umu TRC and the HRMS Andy, the Force Field, Ninja Dropout, Oculus, Dwar, Aya Strike Force, White Rabbit, and Arg Vegetarisk have been sunk, as have the Boomhauer, the Frit, and the Kitsukami. That was a really bad defeat, actually. Crikey. The subs are having an okay time, though. Raider, just too late. We needed that. Surface visibility down, organization up. That would have been nice to have. But now we can get the capital ship raiders, then we can get battle cruisers, and then I think I might actually start trying to build some. That was just my ancient strike force. Like, the submarines and these guys are actually my most dangerous ships. So, the Esquilax was the only ship to survive. One destroyer managed to escape unscathed. And the HMS Java, which is a bussy class, survived. What is dead may never die. I mean, for the Dutch, that's... No! Lost 2 subs. Why is his portrait keep disappearing? He does have one. It's right there. He's trying to get blockade runner. Reasonable. I think the Mediterranean is the right place for him. Okay, so we can get another thing now. We can get the anti-revolutionary, which is political power and stability. Which I don't think is going to be hugely useful. How are you still in power? Oh, because I haven't gone far enough down the focus tree yet. Yeah, okay, fair enough. We could also get the Chief of the Navy, which at this point would be commerce raiding. Just because he's a genius versus a specialist. If Dorman was an expert, this would be a lot more tempting, but that's plus 5% bonus against plus 20% bonus. And it is commerce raiding that's going to be like our biggest impact. Conrad Helfrith. Let's bring him in. Do I have smoke generators, actually? That's a very good question. I don't have smoke generators. That's probably why a bunch of those ships sunk. Well, 7 days and then I can get it. Denmark has capitulated. Thorvald Stoning has announced the Danish nation can no longer withstand the pressure from the occupying German forces. Yeah, Italy's broken through. Good. I was scared that this would result in a France not dying and therefore us two not dying. But Germany just has not seemed particularly interested in attacking us. Iceland takes control of the foreign affairs. The capitulation of its union partner, Denmark, the Icelandic parliament has taken control of its own foreign affairs. And now they're trying to force a crossing. The entire German navy is here protecting them. Can he play as Iceland? Yes. Yes, he can. Loyalist passes the War Powers Act. Following a vote by the standing proclamation of the Senate chamber, President Douglas MacArthur immediately signed the War Powers Act into law. The act gives the re-office of the President far greater discretion in the use of the military than previously possible. The President may now deploy troops to defend Loyalist interests whenever and wherever it deems necessary, for an unlimited duration. Loyalists are winning now, definitely. And they are going rabidly fascist. So, even though the Germans aren't doing particularly well right now, the Loyalists could actually come in and save Germany. Right, we were going to get smoke generators. Can't believe I don't have that already. It's a big deal. Maybe Germany was using all of its might to conquer Denmark, or to push through the Alps. They may have seen the level of fortification here. I mean, my fortifications are good. Belgium's not so much. Even those are level 7. That's a level 9. Okay, that's higher than I expected. Oh no, we lost another... No! The Sumatra and the Ariak have been sunk, and I think the Sumatra, yeah, that's a bussy class. And then there was one, the HMRS Java, with 1 assist, currently being repaired. Who's your commander again? Theodorus. Number of ships in first contact. I mean, that doesn't really matter. You have the blockade runner, that's the important one. But you don't have much to recon for anymore. So let's cancel your current plans and say You are going to go convoy raiding in here. Please do repair first, thank you. And we are building another bussy. Oh, but it should actually be at the top so you get all of the steel you require. Let's get a couple more Indonesian divisions together. This is why Marines should always have signal companies. That's a very good point, Poet, actually. Very good point. The Germans are massing, but they still haven't attacked me. How's my air force doing? Are you trained yet? Close. Once you've become regular, we'll send you in. What are you up again? Oh, bloody hell. Actually, we have 2,000 planes. I was thinking, oh, I have 100 planes against their 1,800. In terms of actual air superiority, I'm a little surprised we're not doing better. How many divisions does Germany have? Germany has got 150-ish. France is down to 100. Britain's down to 88. I will accept your lend-lease of artillery. Thank you very much. Who's got the better participation? Italy is actually doing a lot. Italy's also losing a lot, though. Soviet Union and Finland, white peace. Finland lost their little bit of land down there. And did not give up Turku. Well, they're trying again. 52%. This is a much bigger attack. Inflicting quite a lot of damage though, which is good. They're attacking... yeah, here we go. Now they're attacking into Belgium, but they're still losing horribly. Western possessions done. Let's add you to that. Let's add you. You and you and you. To that. And these two can be added down here, I think. Getting even more defenses into place now. Anyway, we need a new focus. That is going to be... oh! I have to be export focused to get this. So I basically have to change my export laws. Okay. I think now may be the time to curtail colonial autonomy. They're already on like nothing. Oh, getting this would immediately allow you to prevent that, so you don't have that penalty for as long as I thought you would. I'm not going to do that until we need it in that case. Let's expand. Let's get unity through democracy so we can actually sort out our government. The Dutch movement for unity through democracy, Eenheid door Democratie, was formed in 1935 and has ever since been the outspoken extra-parliamentary voice against the demagogues of all other ideologies. Supporting the movement can in turn pay dividends by defending our democracy and strengthening our government. Is still trying to push. Oh, they broke through Mulhouse. That's Maginot, isn't it? Yep. Okay, good. I was really scared that Germany would just fail to do anything. If I was playing a little bit more seriously, I probably would have tried to bolster France's defenses, but I want to fall. I want to play against Japan. And the more damage we can do against Germany at this point, the more likely that we're going to be bouncing back in the late game. The UK has a massive air fleet. It's really difficult to gain air superiority over the British Isles, especially later in the war. Yes, yes it is. At least with Italy doing the capitulation, there shouldn't be a Vichy France. It does look like it's going to be an Italian thing, doesn't it? Germany's starting to lose more now. They've lost a lot more than the Allies have. And there's decryption 2. Sweet. Well, I've already got the raiding fleet designer, I do indeed, so I am going to start researching the 1940 cruiser, because I am intending to be a cruiser-heavy fleet here. 94 days, not too shabby. And we're also doing the capital ship raiders, which allow me to get the battle cruisers. So what do I need for battle cruisers? That's battleship tech, isn't it? Which I'll actually need to start from scratch. Need to get all the way up to here. Battleships and battle cruisers defined by their different armor schemes. And the cruisers are determined by the size of their guns. Big guns means heavy cruiser, small guns means light cruiser. How's Japan doing? Well, China is not looking too hot. Yeah, they're well on the way to winning this, in fact. Ooh, 4 million losses already. Ouchies. Though Japan's lost 1.25 million, and Japan can suffer those losses far less. The American Civil War, how's that one going? Not nearly as heavy. Constitutionalists are losing quite a bit, though. Although this war is going to be over the Rockies soon. That's not going to be pleasant. Ace pilot promoted. Gain more support, +2. Speaking of ace pilot being promoted, you are ready for action. Welcome to the fight. Evil Snowball's got an ace pilot. Kingdom of Romania cedes Bessarabia to the Soviet Union. Soviet Union claims Bessarabia. Alright then. Philippines are a major power. Did I see that right? I don't think so. Yeah. The Philippines are the major power in the Constitutionalist War. Does that mean the Constitutionalists will continue fighting so long as the Philippines exist? And that's going to be interesting. I mean, I don't think they'll exist for long. You never know. Who's got the Navy, actually? Constitutionalists do. That's going to be a hell of a fight for the Philippines. If the Constitutionalists own the fleet. Interesting. So basically, this is perfect. The US is going to be a non-factor when it comes to naval warfare, which means it's just going to be me v Japan. Oh, I'm down for that. Awesome. Anyway, you will need to wait and see how that goes when I return, because I'm getting very hungry and I have been streaming slightly longer than I intended. So, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you have enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future. If you've really enjoyed this, do consider subscribing and joining the utterly ridiculous subtrains that we had earlier today. And seriously everyone, thank you so much for that support. It has been crazy so far. Absolutely crazy. You broke me. You definitely managed to break me. And my forehead. It was painful. If you want to support the channel in other ways, you can, of course, check out the Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. I do have a lot of Hearts of Iron content up on YouTube, which you can find at youtube.com/MordredViking. Plus other games, Total War 3 Kingdoms, Europa Universalis, Battle Brothers, and loads of others. Loads and loads. I cover a lot, mostly strategy. Then we also have a Discord, which you can find at the links which are being posted. Thank you, Neon and Marshall. That is where the community hangs out. They're a very cool bunch, as you may have noticed from this evening. You should totally come and join us. It's always very, very nice to see some new faces there. I will be back again, let's say at 10:30, so 1 hour, 15 minutes from now. So 10:30 PM this evening. It is currently down for Ultimate General, but I will in fact be doing more Kaiserreich, because D-Day, you know, I think it's appropriate that we play a World War II game. And I'm also kind of enjoying this. I really want to see the fall of France. I want to see the fall of Benelux. Can't believe Luxembourg's still alive even. It's May 1940 and Luxembourg still exists. But we will then move over to Indonesia and continue the struggle against the Japanese. No, it's not going to be Kaiserreich. It hasn't been updated yet. Did I say Kaiserreich? I did not mean Kaiserreich. I meant Hearts of Iron. And we'll see a bit more of how the naval rebalance has worked, because the subs seem to be doing pretty good. Like, they haven't lost very much. The main surface fleet has, but those were old ships, so I'm not hugely surprised. Anyway, thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. I will see you guys in 1 hour and 15 minutes. See you then. Goodbye. And again, thank you everyone. You have been truly amazing today. Thank you.